Hello and welcome back to part 3 of my overview of Mandala's features. We've just been talking about rosters and how to roster guests and how to easily book guests given roster times being visible on screen. We'll move on and we'll show how to put through sales. Now I've already shown briefly how to put through appointment sales, but let's just run through that quickly again. Let's say we have 2 appointments for Ellen. Let's say the second one is a foot therapy. Let's put those through the sales system. So I'm going to hold the shift key down and select them both, and then I'm going to right click on them and select sale, and that will queue them both up into the point of sale system. Now Ellen has also bought, on checking out, some retail items, so we'll have a look. So we'll add a new row by just clicking the plus button, and we can either scan in the barcode of the retail item, or we can select it or search by name. Yeah. And add it like so, changing the quantity. It's very easy. We can add discounts, so 15% off here, or we can add specific discounts, say $5 off here, or percentage discounts manually applied, which we're not going to do. Tips. Let's add another item. This time it's going to be clear a candle. You can have surcharges. So for example, on weekends you might want to charge an extra 10% or whatever to your retail or your treatments. And then when you're ready to finalize the sale, you simply you do 2 things. One, you select the payment type. Now you can have multiple payment types, so that you, for example, Mandy could put two of these through on her Visa and the other 2 by cash. Yep. So you need at least the payment type to check out, and then tender. Now you can, if she pays the exact amount, then you can just hit the tender button. Or if she pays something more than, say, if she gives you 400, well then it'll tell you that what change you need to give. And that's really all there is to the sales screen. With the sale history, in the sale history tab, you can view previous sales put through the system, and you can unlock those sales and re-edit them if you need to. Okay, so those treatments have been sold. So let's move on. Settings. Settings isn't terribly exciting. There's lots of little things that you can do to fine-tune your experience of Mandala. There's also a backup area. Now Mandala does automatically back up for you if it's been set up correctly, or you can manually back up by selecting this tab and clicking on the backup button. You can add extra credit cards. You can define a gift voucher that you might want to have print out automatically, create automatically, and you can set what flags sit in your appointments as well. So move on from settings. Now Snapshot takes a picture of your screen, which you can then print out and stick on your therapist staff room wall, which is a handy way for them to know exactly what is going on during the day, and a nice overview of workflow and how they should be coordinating with each other. Staff notes we've already briefly looked at. That's just the area where each morning you would print out the staff notes and hand them to your therapist, put them in your therapist trays. Statistics allow you to produce reports giving you an overview of the performance of your spa or salon. It's divided into a number of areas. You can get reports on staff, broken down by treatment, by retail items, by guest, You can export guest email lists if you like to be imported into like a mail merge in Word or whatever it is that you're doing. And you can also do reports or statistics on packages. The one that I use most is just the common overview. It comes in two flavors, the summary or the more detailed version. So we click that and it creates the report as a PDF file for you, and it's just got all the kinds of information that you might need to assess how well your spa is performing. Okay, now there is a simple charting support. It's not terribly well illustrated in the training database, which is what we're looking at the moment, unfortunately, because I don't have a lot of data in there. But what it basically allows you to do is plot revenue performance against previous years. Total revenue, treatment revenue, and retail revenue. Okay, so that is your reports area. Stock, this is where you would enter in your retail items that you would sell. It's very easy, you just say a new item and then plus to add it to the database, enter in the wholesale amount, enter in the retail amount, 15 mils, and the barcode if you're using a barcode scanner. What category, you can add new categories here, you can add new brands here, add new suppliers here. Okay, and that's how you would add a stock item, very easy. Stock take, now if you have a wireless scanner, you just click on this button here and create a new stock take, and as you scan, the items would come up here in this table. You can view, once you have your stock take, you can then export it as a XLS, as an Excel file. You can print it directly from Mandala, and previous stock takes are actually saved in the system so that you can go back and look at previous stock takes, and with the click of a button you can also look at current stock levels as well, which obviously are modified as you sell them. So that gives you a good idea, and anything that is out of stock actually will be shown up in red. And that's the stock take area. Tips. Tips is a really handy little dialogue. It basically shows you tips owing to staff members. You can set the date range that you are looking at. So if you wanted to look, say, the last, well, I haven't got a lot of data in here, but let's say over the last few months, you can see that there is one tip still outstanding, and that's to Rudolph, $15 tip owing from his treatment of Tosca on the 3rd of August. If we go right back, we can see that we've still got quite a few unpaid tips, and if we wanted to know how much we owed Amy, the spa or the salon owed Amy, then we just click on Amy here, and that would narrow it down to just Amy's tips, and we can see that we owe Amy $40.60, and we can just get an envelope and put the cash in the envelope and tick them off as they as Amy is paid. And that's a really quick and easy way of keeping track of what you owe your therapists tip-wise. Treatments is where you would enter in new treatments. It's the same kind of format as with entering anything new. So a new treatment, and then hit the plus button to add it to the database. Give it a short nickname. New treatment. Duration, hours, minutes, that might be 1 hour. Turnaround time, how long it takes to clean up after it. Menu price, etc. Base cost is how much it costs you to perform the treatment, and how much you would pay a contractor to perform the treatment. And how many, if you wanted to, what percent of retail items sold you would like your therapist to sell during this treatment. Did I make sense then? Probably not. Let's just wait again, and I'll start again in the next section.